After 60, a sharp burn runs down your leg and simple stretches only give a few minutes of relief. What if the 3 moves you need start at your lower back and not your calf? Most people chase leg stretches, massage guns, and heat packs. Yet the real trouble often sits in the lumbar spine, where the sciatic nerve begins. On this channel, we use trusted medical sources and a clear safety window in the description so you can try steps at home with confidence. Picture a garden hose. When someone steps on it, water cannot flow. Your sciatic nerve starts around L4, L5, and S1, and when it is pinched, signals drop and pain, tingling, or numbness travel down to the foot. Change how you move for 7 days, and many notice steadier steps, easier mornings, and less fear on stairs. We will blend senior health care with exercises for seniors that protect muscle and avoid heavy workouts. Tell me where you feel it most right now. Type calf or thigh in the comments. Next, I will show the single setup that drops pressure on the nerve in about 20 seconds. Do not miss it. 1. Exercise 1. Z lying position. Immediate nerve pressure relief. Exercise 1 is the Z lying position that gives your lower back room to breathe so the nerve can calm down. Lie on a firm but comfortable surface and place a small pillow under your head so your neck feels easy. Rest both feet on a chair or the edge of a couch so your hips and knees are bent. Slide your hips and the chair until your knees sit higher than your belly. Your body now looks like the letter Z that allows the lumbar joints to open and lets the weight of your legs melt into the support. Let your low back grow heavy and flat without forcing it. Keep your ribs soft and breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth that helps your core relax. Stay for 5 minutes at first. If it feels good, extend to 10 or 20 minutes. Many people notice a gentle fade of the sharp leg line within the first 2 minutes. If you like warmth, place a warm pack across the low back for extra comfort. If your calves often swell by evening, this position places your feet above your heart that may help lower leg swelling and improve circulation. Add slow ankle pumps for 1 minute to invite fresh blood in and to keep the muscles from getting sleepy. Why this matters for sciatica and muscle loss is simple. When the lumbar joints open, pressure on the nerve can drop that reduces the alarm signals that steal strength from your legs. A calmer nerve means the muscles can switch from guarding to working. Measure one thing right now so progress feels real. Before you start, score your leg symptoms from 0 to 3. 0 means calm, 3 means sharp and burning. Lie in the Z for 5 minutes, then score again and write it down. If your score moves down or the pain line climbs toward the hip, keep this as your go-to relief position 2 or 3 times a day, especially after sitting or before your short walk. A gentle safety note that puts you first. If you notice new numbness in the saddle area, trouble starting a pee, or sudden weakness that is not usual for you, stop and contact your doctor or go to urgent care. For most people, this position is comfortable and low risk, yet your safety comes first. Here is your quick micro plan. Use the Z position for 5 to 10 minutes after breakfast and again in the afternoon. Add 1 minute of ankle pumps each time. Track the same 0 to 3 score for 7 days so you can see the trend. Tonight you can start with 5 minutes and 1 note on a sticky paper. If you skip this step, the nerve may stay irritated and your leg muscles may keep guarding that can slow your strength work. Next, we will shift from relief to motion that opens space while you sit. I will show you the seated lumbar flexion sequence that many seniors use before a walk so their steps feel steadier. If you miss it, you may lose the simple change that turns a painful walk into a confident one this week. 2. Exercise 2. Seated lumbar flexion. Opening up the spine. Exercise 2 is the seated lumbar flexion for more space in the lower back and calmer nerves. If you are tired of burning lines down the leg after a few minutes of walking or standing at the sink, this simple chair move may help. Sit near the front of a stable chair with both feet slightly wider than shoulder width. Rest your hands on your thighs. Tip your chest forward from the hips and let your belly fold toward your lap. Slide your hands down your legs until they reach your shins. Let the head hang heavy like a warm towel. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out and feel the low back widen. Hold for 5 seconds, then glide back up by sliding your hands to your thighs. That is 1 repetition. Repeat 10 times. What to notice during the set matters. If the sharp line in the calf eases or climbs toward the hip, that is centralization, and that is a good sign. If pain shoots further down the leg, stop and return to the Z-rest you learned before. Many seniors with spinal stenosis feel leg heaviness or tingling with walking. This forward bend opens the small doorways where the nerves exit. That often makes the first steadier. Use it before a walk, during a rest on a park bench, or after you come home. Measure one number so progress feels real. Before the first set, rate symptoms from 0 to 3. 0 means calm, 1 means light, 2 means strong, 3 means sharp and burning. Do 10 reps, then rate again and write it on your tracker. Repeat this mini test 2 or 3 times today. If your number trends down over 7 days, you are building momentum. A short word of safety that puts you first. If you notice new numbness in the saddle area, trouble starting a pee, or sudden loss of strength in both legs, seek urgent medical care. If you have osteoporosis, move with care and stay in a small range. To fit real life, weave this into routines you already do. After breakfast dishes, do 1 set. During a phone call, sit and fold gently while you talk. While your tea steeps, do 5 easy reps. Many people notice lighter steps by day 3 and a quieter back by day 7. If you skip it, stiffness can lock in and every errand can feel longer. Next, we move from opening space to building support so the relief lasts. I will show you a gentle core drill that stabilizes the lumbar spine without strain. If you miss it, you may lose the chance to turn short relief into week-long progress that protects your steps and your confidence. Move slowly and breathe. 3. Exercise 3. Knees to chest and child's pose. Enhancing lumbar flexion. Exercise 3 builds on the chair work and gives you a deeper forward bend that many seniors say feels like a soft release for the nerve. If you wake with a stiff back, if your legs feel heavy by noon, or if a short walk makes your calves buzz, these 2 moves may help. They both use gentle lumbar flexion that opens the small doorways where the nerves pass, and that helps the signal calm so your muscles can switch from guarding to working. Move slowly, breathe easy, and stay in a range that feels safe. Begin with knees to chest. Lie on your back on a firm bed or a mat. Bend both knees and plant your feet. Slide one knee toward your chest and hold it with both hands. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your mouth, and let your low back melt into the surface. Switch legs and notice which side feels tighter. Then bring both knees toward your chest and wrap your arms around your shins or behind your thighs if that is easier for your hips. Hold for about 20 seconds, release, and rest for a few breaths. Repeat 3 gentle holds. If your neck feels tense, rest a small pillow under your head. If your hips are stiff, make the hold smaller and aim for comfort, not force. Many people feel the sharp line fade or climb toward the hip by the second hold. That shift is called centralization, and that is a good sign. Move to child's pose if getting to the floor is comfortable for you. Come to hands and knees with your hands a little in front of your shoulders. Slowly send your hips back toward your heels while your chest softens toward your thighs. Keep your head down and let your neck relax. Reach your arms a little farther so you feel a long, wide stretch from the lower back to the mid-back. Breathe into the space around your waistband, then breathe out and allow your spine to roll 20 to 30 seconds and repeat 3 times. If your knees are sensitive, slide a folded towel under them. If your ankles cramp, tuck your toes for support. If getting down to the floor is hard today, stay on the bed and shape the same posture with a pillow under your chest. Measure one thing so progress feels real. Before you start, rate your leg symptoms on a simple 0 to 3 scale, where 0 is calm and 3 is sharp and burning. Do your 3 holds for each move, then rate again and write it on your tracker. If the number trends down over 7 days, you are on the right path. If pain shoots further down the leg, stop and return to the Z-rest from earlier. If you notice new numbness in the saddle area, trouble starting a pee, or sudden weakness in both legs, seek urgent care. Fit these moves into daily life so the habit sticks. Try knees to chest right after you wake up. Then child's pose before a short walk or after a grocery trip when your back feels tight. Many notice lighter steps by day 3 and easier standing from a chair by the end of the week. If you skip this part, the nerve may stay irritated and your leg muscles may keep guarding that can slow your strength work. Next, we shift from opening space to building gentle support in your core so relief lasts through the day. I will show you a simple pelvic tilt with a partial crunch that stabilizes the lumbar spine without strain. If you miss it, you may lose the chance to turn short relief into steady progress that protects your steps and your confidence this week. 4. Exercise 4. Pelvic tilt with partial crunch, stabilizing the lumbar spine. Exercise 4 turns relief into support so the space you opened in the lower back stays open while you move. Many people after 60 say the sink tires the back, turning in bed wakes a sharp line, and any core work feels scary. This move is gentle and clear. It teaches the deep muscles that hug the spine to hold steady, so the nerve gets fewer squeeze signals and your legs can work instead of guarding. Lie on your back on a firm bed or a mat. Bend both knees and place your feet flat so your heels sit a hand length from your seat. Rest your hands on your thighs to guide the motion. Breathe in slowly. As you breathe out, draw the belly button toward the mattress as if you zip a loose pair of pants. Let the low back sink flatter into the bed without force. Hold 3 to 5 seconds, then relax on the inhale. That small pelvic tilt often softens a dull ache right away and prepares your core for the next step. Now add a partial crunch that keeps the work in your core and out of your neck. From the tilt, take a soft inhale. As you exhale, slide your hands toward your knees and lift your shoulder blades an inch or two. Keep the chin slightly tucked as if you hold a peach under it, so the neck stays long. Pause for a second, then lower with control as you breathe in. That is 1 repetition. Aim for 2 sets of 15 slow reps. If the neck feels tender, touch your fingertips behind your head for light support, yet let the ribs and belly do the work. If the back is sensitive, practice the tilt alone for 10 to 20 easy holds and add the partial crunch on a calmer day. Use 3 cues that make each rep count. Exhale on effort because air out means abs on. Keep the ribs down so the work stays in the deep core rather than in the hip flexors. Move like warm honey, not like a snap. If you exhale and the belly domes upward, shrink the range and focus on the tilt until the dome flattens. Measure one thing so progress feels real. Keep the same 0 to 3 symptom score, where 0 is calm and 3 is sharp and burning. Score before the set, then score 2 minutes after, and write it on your tracker. Many people see a 1-step drop by day 3. A calmer signal helps muscles switch from guarding to working, which protects strength as you fight muscle loss. Shape this to fit real life. Do it in bed after an afternoon rest if the floor is hard. If time is tight while you care for a spouse, do a small set while the kettle heats. If you live with osteoporosis, keep the range small and skip fast crunching. If you feel new numbness in the saddle area, sudden trouble starting a pee, or weakness in both legs, stop and seek urgent care. If the neck pinches, place a folded towel under the head or do tilt only. Tonight, do 10 easy tilts, then 8 partial crunches that you control with the breath. Rest a minute and repeat once. Stand and notice if your steps feel steadier and if rising from a chair feels smoother. Write your 0 to 3 score. If you skip this, the space you created may close during chores and the nerve may flare again, which steals your confidence. Next, we move into 3 common mistakes at home that keep pressure high and undo your work, and I will give you easier swaps that help relief last. If you miss the next part, you may lose simple fixes that turn a good morning into a good week. 5. Mistake 1. Avoiding perfect posture, preventing nerve irritation. Mistake 1 is chasing perfect posture when your back needs ease. Many older adults were taught to stand tall with a proud chest and a tight lower back. That cue can quietly narrow the small doorways where the nerves exit. Hold that tall stance while you wash dishes, and the ache may slide down the leg and the foot may tingle. You are not weak. Your spine is asking for a softer shape. Think of a fishing rod that bends to protect the line. Your lower back works the same way. A slight forward bend often gives the joints more space. Lock into a long upright arch and the joints press together and the nerve can complain. Many people feel better when they lean on cart or rest their hands on a counter. The goal is not a slump. The goal is a relaxed neutral. Test this at home. Stand near a sturdy chair and place one hand on it. Soften your ribs, tip your belt line forward a little, and let your head float. Take 8 slow breaths. Notice if the leg line eases or climbs toward the hip. If it eases, you found your relief angle. Use that angle when you brush your teeth or fold laundry. When you watch TV, choose a recliner or place a small pillow at your back. Build tiny posture breaks into daily tasks. At the sink, rest one hand and round a hair while you rinse plates. On a walk, pause and put one foot on a low step and fold a little over that thigh for 5 breaths. When you wait for a kettle, hinge forward and let the back widen. These flexions tell joints to make space and calm the nerve. They also help muscles stop guarding that steal strength and balance. Measure one thing so change feels real. Use the 0 to 3 scale. Score symptoms while you stand tall. Then soften the ribs and hold your new angle for 1 minute. Score again and write it in. Repeat this check twice today. If the number trends down by day 3, keep the habit. If the number climbs, return to the Z rest and the chair fold. Safety comes first. If you notice new numbness in the saddle area, trouble starting a pee, or loss of strength in both legs, seek urgent care. If you live with osteoporosis, keep the range small. If standing makes you lightheaded, sit to rest and sip water. Next, we move to mistake 2, that is, doing more walking than your back can handle today. I will show you how to pace walks and how to use a gentle bike that keeps circulation strong while the nerve calms. If you miss the next part, you may lose the timing trick that turns aching steps into steady steps this week. 6. Mistake 2. Overdoing walking, managing activity levels. Mistake 2 is doing more walking than your back can handle today. Walking is wonderful and we often recommend it, yet long, steady walks are extension heavy. That means the small joints at the back of the spine close down and the nerve can complain. If 10 minutes turns into a hot line in the calf or a heavy foot, your plan is not wrong. It just needs pacing in a smarter shape. Think of your walk like cooking on a low flame. Short sets warm without burning. Try this interval. Walk 3 minutes at an easy pace, sit or lean forward on a bench for 1 minute, and fold like the chair exercise you learned. Slide your hands down your thighs, stand and repeat for 2 rounds. Many seniors notice that the pull in the leg backs off, and the next steps feel steady. Pick kinder terrain and shoes. Choose flat shaded paths and a firm heel cup holding the midfoot. Keep hands free so you can touch a rail if leg buzz starts. If a store trip is your daily walk, use the cart as support and rest ribs on it for a few breaths when the line starts to flare. Measure one thing so you know when to stop. Track the symptom minute. Note the minute when tingling or pain first shows up, then end the lap before that minute. Do a 1-minute forward fold and start the next lap. Write the number on your 7-day tracker. If the symptom minute moves later by day 3, keep the plan. If it moves earlier, cut around and add a day with the bike. A stationary bike or a pedal exerciser can keep circulation strong without the extension load. Set the seat so your knees keep a soft bend. Spin at a pace that lets you talk. Do 3 to 5 minutes, then round the back for 5 slow breaths, and repeat to reach 10 to 15 minutes. This living room plan may warm legs without waking the nerve. Use simple rules that make choices easy. If pain starts in 5 minutes, your working set is 3. If it starts in 10, your set is 7. If it never shows up, add 2 minutes tomorrow. Always end while you still feel steady. Safety first. New numbness in the saddle area, trouble starting a pee, or weakness in both legs needs urgent care. If you feel lightheaded, sit and breathe until the room settles. We are ready to wrap up. In the conclusion, I will give you one action to do tonight and one number to track for 7 days, plus simple swaps that keep relief while you protect muscle. If you skip the ending, you may miss the small plan that turns today's relief into a steady week of confident steps. Tonight, keep it simple. Choose one of the 3 moves you learned and do one small round that you can finish in 10 minutes. If your morning chores make the back ache, start with the Z rest. If walking brings on a hot line in the calf, use the seated fold before and after your steps. If turning in bed wakes pain, add the pelvic tilt with a gentle partial crunch to teach the core to hold you steady. Move in a range that feels safe and breathe slowly so the nerve can calm. For 1 week, track one number so progress feels real. Use the 0 to 3 symptom score. Write today's number after your round, then write it again each evening for 7 days. Many people notice that the number drifts down by day 3 and that standing from a chair feels lighter by the weekend. If your score climbs or if new numbness in the saddle area or trouble starting a pee appears, pause the plan and talk with your clinician. You are not broken. With small, daily work, your legs can feel stronger and your steps can feel sure again. Subscribe to receive important daily health tips and guidance.